Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be doing something with...
We got a very young challenger on our guest here. He's 13-year-old. You're a 13-year-old right now,
He's
Pocket.
13 and he's already a challenger.
He's higher than me. He's higher than you.
Yeah.
He's higher than most of us watching probably.
Definitely. This kid is amazing.
Yeah.
Like we've seen him play firsthand actually in Philadelphia, but we also see him play throughout all the videos that he's sent us because he's actually our own personal Patreon as well.
Yeah, this is it Pocket Midget 7?
7.
3 sevens. Got it. Lucky sevens. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. And you?
I'm good. Ready to do this Gyarados deep dive?
Yeah. That's exactly what we're going to do today, guys. We're going to be doing a deep dive on Gyarados. That's right. Gyarados is not really the most, I would say, meta pick.
It's not really common right now, but we saw that Pocket Midget is running it, and I went up against him a couple times. He's running it really well.
Yep.
So we brought him onto the show to give us some advice on Gyarados, how it does.
And that's the thing. Gyarados is a huge spice pick, and we have to bring the Spice King to be able to explain to us how this spice pick works.
He is the Spice King. He was running Almanite in the last cup. What was it?
Yeah,
Timeless?
that was a fun one.
That's spicy.
Super spice. All right, so tell us a little bit about Gyarados. Let's go to straight
basics. Let's do the basics of Gyarados.
Well, for the basics, it's a water flying type, so you have to be like careful of the tanks out there that counter flying, and due to that, you have to cover it with other Pokemon, like another tank or something that counters tanks, like fighters. But I'm running on it Dragon Breath, Twister, and Crunch.
Yeah.
Due to that,
So which did come back recently, Dragon Breath and Twister.
Yes, these are both legacy moves that have come back with the new PvP update.
Yeah, so if you want to run Gyarados now, guys, now's the time to do it. It's got Dragon Breath back.
Yep.
Sorry, go on, Pocket.
So with that moveset, you're pretty weak to fairies because you're walled by them.
Yeah.
And with the typing, you're weak to flyer. You're not weak to flyers, you're weak to tanks. So to counter those, I'm using Bronzong because Bronzong beats most other tanks in the meta and beats all the flyers out there.
Right. We've heard Bronzong has been a very great pick in the Fusion Cup recently. It's been used on many teams.
Yeah, because Pokebattler is like the #1 tank right now, and I guess Bronzong has the Bulldoze, which is taking it down. Yep. And it's also defending Gyarados pretty well, right? And
Gyarados would be 4 times weak to Electric.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like, Electric is its top counter, but are we really seeing a lot of Electric? Pokebattler does have Spark, but are people running Rock Throw or Spark on Pokebattler?
I've seen both.
I've seen both.
Really?
Yeah.
But Rock Throw is even worse against Bronzong, so I would rather see Rock Throw. However, both can easily farm down Gyarados.
Right.
No problem.
Right.
Alrighty, so now what movesets are you running on that Gyarados, man?
I already talked.
So you said it was Dragon Breath, Twister,
Crunch.
Crunch.
Yeah.
Alright, so you were not running Outrage.
Yeah, I have Outrage on mine. I'm not sure if I'm liking it because it takes a lot of time, but like...
Yeah. It reminds me of Kingdra.
Yeah, for sure.
With Outrage, when I used Outrage, I only ever got to hit it once, which in one shield matchups where you'd want to use it, it's not a good thing.
Right.
I mainly use it as like a safe swap or something else, like to counter ghosts with Crunch or something like that. So I find myself playing the one shield matchup a lot more than like the 0 or 2 shield. So due to that, I swapped or Outrage to Twister.
Interesting. That's actually, so he uses it more in the one shield matchup, and he has Crunch for the ghosts like Frostlass, Alola Marowak, stuff like that, and then he also resists the Fire Spin from Alola Marowak.
Yeah.
Right, and he also doesn't have that dragon typing. Even though he does have those dragon moves, he doesn't have that dragon typing to be able to get all that damage from ice.
Yeah, Gyarados
right?
is one of those. It's an interesting one. It reminds me a lot of Steelix. How Steelix like is ground and steel, but doesn't use any steel moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Gyarados is water flying, but it's using a dragon move. It's using like 2 dragon moves and then a dark move, and
Right.
not really a lot of stat damage, but one of those interesting Pokemon, right?
Absolutely. Now, Pocket, tell us a little bit about the
Key matchups.
Key matchups.
What does Gyarados beat for sure?
It can be like Bronzong with Crunch, right? It can tie Altaria because
That's
that's
huge.
Twister.
Yeah,
That's huge.
And it's not taking the super effective damage because it's not dragon.
It's true.
Yeah.
Dragon Bite's doing super effective.
And to find a dragon that's able to beat Altaria in the Great League is
Yeah.
huge.
Go on.
Also, in this, it's like a bait or no bait scenario when you're using Dragon Breath Gyarados versus a Alolan Marowak. Because if they land the Shadow Ball, it's over for you.
Right.
But if you can manage to call the bluff or shield a Shadow Ball, it's over for them.
Right.
Is
So now
you
you
get
the riskier game. It's kind of like you got the right shield, you win. You got the wrong shield, you lost.
Yeah. But usually, Crunch, the idea of Crunch hitting a Alolan Marowak will, no matter what, force a shield.
Right.
So if I don't shield and then they do, now it's in farming range and I'm up a shield. So
Right.
I don't need to worry about not having switch advantage at that time.
Right. So now you're finding a way to getting out of the whole needing switch advantage, and now you kind of have shield advantage instead. That's in a different way to kind of be ahead of your opponent in that matchup.
Yes.
It's huge.
And for main lines of 3 that I use with Gyarados,
Mhm.
I either do my double flyer strategy and with Golbat.
Golbat. Oh yes, because now you have Poison Fang to be able to cover the
Ferris.
Charmers.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. He got me with it at one
Interesting.
battle we had. I just wanted to point out, does Gyarados beat Bronzong? Is it a close match? Because, it is resisting the
it
Dragon
does.
Breath.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, I think you need the crunches, but...
Yeah.
You
Because,
outbeat it when it comes to charge moves.
right.
Interesting.
And I'm pretty sure Gyarados can tank 1
Side Shock.
Ice Shock. So I think it's a good matchup.
Right.
So you're running it with Golbat as a double flyer strat. What else are you running it with?
I mainly lead Bronzong because
General.
I usually mainly use one of my flyers as a sacrificial lamb to draw out their tank
Right.
or something like that, so that once I lose, for example, my Gyarados or Golbat, I can bring back in my Bronzong, kill it, and then I have a loaded on energy Bronzong and either a Golbat or Gyarados in the back.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright. Really good.
Yeah, how about for counters? Because Gyarados is water flying, are you seeing a lot of electric in this meta?
Not quite.
Yeah.
I have other off-meta people who like using Magneton. But
Magneton.
besides
Magneton,
that,
yeah.
I haven't seen anything electric out there.
Honestly, if I had the Legacy Magneton, I would probably be running it, but I haven't encountered it yet. Weren't you running it for a little bit?
I was just testing all these Pokemon out in the live streams.
Oh, on stream. Okay.
But no, definitely a Legacy Magneton would be a pretty big pick here.
Yeah, what else is countering it?
Ices, Alolan Sandslash or
Right.
Frostlass outspams it, but Gyarados does have the Crunch, which would deal a lot of damage.
Right. So it's kind of like
And-
the shield scenario in that
Yeah.
that specific matchup.
And against Alolan Sandslash, there's no way to win that matchup back.
Right.
Unless you have a lot of energy, or a shield up.
Yeah, because
Right.
Alolan Sandslash is resisting with the steel type. And
Yes.
then, is it doing super effective damage? I always get ice and water confused.
Mm-mm.
No,
No,
it'd be neutral
damage.
Neutral damage.
Yeah,
But it's so spammy. It gets to those ice punches so quick.
yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
Gyarados is a little bit frail. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right. So.
can't take that much.
Yeah, it won't be able to take that matchup.
Wait, right now the team I'm trying to, because I'm running Gyarados as well. Me and Pocket have been like the Gyarados buddies. I like it. I'm trying to run a double dragon team.
Double dragon.
I mean, I guess it's not dragon because Gyarados isn't dragon, but double dragon breath team. I'm pairing it with Altaria.
So you're trying to play like Timeless and Fusion?
Yeah,
Is that what's
pretty
going on?
much. I'm still trying to play Timeless right here.
All right.
It's tricky because there's so many things that can counter it, and you have to complement double dragons with whatever.
You need an ice counter.
Yeah.
With that double dragon.
Or they could have a fairy, and then now you need a poison on your team.
Right.
Or they could have Probopass, which is gonna wall both of them.
Yep.
And now you need like a grass or like
That's risky,
something
man.
on your team. Yeah.
It's risky.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know if I'm gonna run it. I'm still testing it, but I like Gyarados.
Gyarados is definitely an interesting pick. So now you said you were running Golbat with Gyarados. What was your third pick?
Bronzong.
Oh, sorry, Bronzong. He did
Yeah.
say that. He did say that. Bronzong,
So-
Golbat.
Yeah. When I do that, like I said before, I would lead Bronzong because no matter what, I always would manage to get my Bronzong on the flying counter.
Right.
So if they let it, good. If they don't lead it, then I use my Gyarados to draw it out.
Okay, so now you're bringing out the Gyarados, drawing out their anti-flyer, and then you're kind of doing some damage, letting Gyarados go down. Right? Letting Gyarados go down, bringing Bronzong back in, taking down the anti-flyer, and then now your Golbat's safe.
Yes.
Got you. All right, and finally, Pocket, tell us a little bit of, because we know you're the Spice King here. Tell us a little bit more about Gyarados that you haven't told us already. Anything specific?
Not really. In general, when I use it, the thing I mainly struggle with is sometimes Wish Cash. If they have really good stats, sometimes they can hit 2 blizzards back to back, or not back to back.
True.
They just go straight blizzard.
Yeah.
Right, so it's kind of like the Altaria matchup.
Yeah. So I'm not running like an amazingly good stat product Gyarados. So, but when I sims like a really good one, it can tank a blizzard much better than mine can.
He's not running a good one because he definitely wanted to evolve his shiny because I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like my Gyarados isn't
So
the
he went
greatest.
shiny. Shiny does
went
more
shiny.
damage.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Shiny does more damage
Shiny
over
Gyarados
the IVs.
looks
All right.
awesome. That red color on it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I couldn't resist. I mine shiny as well. Terrible IVs.
All right, so definitely we could say Gyarados is a huge contender in the Fusion Cup. We heard it from Pocket himself, and you all know he is a challenger as of now, as of December. That's huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to end off this this interview, I guess. What's it like being so young and going to all these tournaments with most of them are adults. A lot of challengers are in the 20s, 30s, 40s range. How does it feel to be so young and beating some of these people?
Well, I know a few of these people like outside of Pokemon Go, or I may have met them through Pokemon Go.
Right.
Since I've been playing in the same area for since the game came out.
Right.
So I know a lot of these people since the game came out, and it's pretty nice seeing them all in these tournaments. But as I've been practicing, I just managed to shake that off. It's not that big of a deal now if I fight I don't know, House Stark or Toshi in a tournament, because the thing is, I just happened to be 13 when this game came out. I don't see it as me being a prodigy or being really cool. I'm just playing. It just came out in 2016, and at that time I was 10.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah. So the age doesn't really restrict him at all. I get that because with this game, Pokemon Go, you see people of all ages playing it, so no one really is judging age at all.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You can't judge anything, right? You can't judge age. You can't judge gender. You can't judge anything,
So
right? We got
everyone's
girls
good.
that PvP. We got battlers. We got 13-year-old kid, awesome players. Like, but overall, it just shows how the community is and how everybody's different. But how it doesn't matter, whatever you are, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? You're a great player.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
Let's thank Pocket Midget one more time for being on the show. Thanks for appearing on it. And do you have any last words for the audience?
Not really. Just please use Gyarados.
Use the
And if
spice
you are-
picks.
Yes, Spice is really fun, and in this cup there are so many opportunities that you can like use Spice and do really well.
Yeah.
I've been doing really well with Gyarados. I've used Cloyster. I've used all these fun Pokemon that make this whole PvP experience a lot more cool and
Yeah.
interesting.
And
Totally.
speaking about Cloyster, that is actually going to be our next video that we're going to be doing with House Stark himself.
Stay tuned for the next video. We're doing it with House Stark on Cloyster. But just one thing to mention about Gyarados that I forgot to mention, it's only 10,000 for its second charge move, which is awesome.
Exactly.
If you just wanna test the Gyarados, literally cost me like 30k Stardust to get one, and that was it. So
Spice
test it.
pick and a budget pick.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for joining us, Pocket Midget.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining Pocket. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Give it a huge thumbs up because you like Pocket Midget. Write down in the comments what you guys think of this spice pick, and of course, don't forget to subscribe for more PvP, Self Arena, and Go Battle League content. See you guys on the next one.